I've always wanted to do some type of racing, some type of motorsports, drag racing, like anything on a course, autocross, stuff like that. And that was the whole point of building the Nova. And I started that project like in 2010 when I took the engine out, did all that, and basically parked it. One, I didn't have the money to do any of that stuff, and I didn't have the knowledge. Like it wasn't in my skill set to be able to do stuff like that, and I didn't have any friends that knew how to do it either. So I was kind of doing it solo and just reading magazines and watching things, and as parts came more available, it looked a little bit easier to do. But at that point, I still didn't have that much money to do it. But that's what I've always wanted to do, something like that, and I haven't ever had the chance to do it, and it kind of sucked because it kind of killed my whole passion and like the drive to want to do things to cars or work on cars. I became a technician, and it is a job. I go to work, I turn wrenches on cars all day, fix cars all day, come home, don't really want to go work on my car. I would still do it though because I still really really like it, and I still have a goal to that I want to reach. And it's not gonna. I don't want to be like a pro driver or anything like that. I just want to be able to do something and be get better at it and enjoy it. And for a while, I didn't have the drive anymore. I didn't have. I didn't even care. I was like, oh, it's whatever. And this car has somewhat reignited that, and I think it's awesome. And that's the most important part is that I'm excited about working on cars again and doing things to cars to see if it changes the car at all. And this car is not gonna be like some crazy hot rod. Well, actually, I think it's a hot rod, but it's not gonna be a super crazy build or anything like that. It's just gonna be something that I can add parts to it, go do like track days here and there when I can actually find one nearby, and also afford it because they're kind of expensive. But that's what this car's gonna be, something that I can add parts to and not fully take it apart and it not function anymore, because that's what happened with the Nova, and that's a way longer project that I have. That one's gonna take. I have no idea how long it's gonna take me to finish that car, but this car is gonna be one that parts are a lot cheaper. The mods list to get things going is not super difficult, and there's a lot of swaps for the engines that can make some okayish horsepower. And I'm excited, which is the most important part. I'm excited to do it. So I'm gonna show you guys the car right now. Just do a full run through of the whole car so that you guys can see it. And as we go, we can make a like notes of like, okay, so this part did actually improve this or blah 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 blah. Um, it's actually not. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with this one, but we'll see. Maybe in like a year or two, it's gonna be a totally different car. We'll see. But I'm excited, and that's the best part. Okay, we're gonna start with the interior. Steering wheel, pretty good condition. If you take this thing off, it's kind of like kind of squishy. So I put it back on because I was like, man, I don't want this on there. It needs it because if not, it's real squishy like that, and we don't like that. So the dash, the previous owner converted it to one that has the tack on there, which apparently is a pretty cool thing on these cars. I'm not sure. Oh, and it's a Honda Civic. Sorry. So there's that. The radios was not connected for whatever reason, and it would have been super cool to have the original, like the 1000, I think it was called. I've already done a lot of research on this car, but and I mean, by no means an expert, but it would have been cool so I could have cassettes in here because I actually do have cassettes, and that would have been super cool to be able to listen to the cassettes in the car. Anyway, the radio was not connected for some reason. I connected it and it works. The radio does work. I have the auxiliary cord because we need music. The actual radio does work too, though, like the stations, FM stations. Let's see. The dash is in pretty good condition. There is like a crack or two right there, which is almost nothing. It has the visors. This one doesn't have the mirror. I think that upper trim levels had mirrors there. I think this is like your super super basic one. They got crank windows which work. Oh yeah. Little door handle's pretty cool. The door's in overall good condition. Some weird stuff there. Okay, pretty nice. Let me show you guys the seat. Get some of the stuff out of the way. Oh, and the previous owner gave me a lot of parts like that. Master Cylinder is bigger for like a bigger brakes. Apparently, it's like a upgrade people make. The seat there, the rear seat. He also had installed that little crossbar thing, which is pretty cool. The dome light works, and it has 4 on the floor. Always gets you more. I'm used to like the muscle car world where a 4-speed is pretty dope, and you're like, oh yeah, man, you want 4 on the floor, right? Cool, badass. Like the car is usually worth more and stuff. And in this case, this is not that. Nobody wants this one apparently. And I was like, hell yeah! When I saw it, I was like, 4-speed baby. But everybody wants the 5 speeds, and yeah. So I don't know when I'm gonna do a swap because that's like a big job to do, and I kind of want to keep this slowly progressing. I don't want to just jump right into throwing a motor in there because this car runs pretty awesome. Let me turn it on. Where's my key? Oh, here's the key. Ooh. A friend Bobby gave me this Honda thing. I dropped some stuff. But yeah, it runs awesome. I don't know if it's coming through in the audio, but it's purring like a kitten, like a freshly born kitten, loving life because it barely started life. But anyway, yeah, it runs awesome. The AC works on all speeds, which I think is probably good. Oh man, let's turn it off because it's actually cold. As far as I know, everything on there works that I've tried. I know the heater works awesome because it was cold not that long ago, and man, this heater was cooking. Let's see the glove box. The glove box, I have some stuff in there. It has the original owner's manual with all the oil changes that they used to do back in the day. But yeah, that's about all the interior. Pretty decent condition. The carpet does need to get vacuumed. I haven't vacuumed or cleaned anything, so I need to do that. Here we have the engine. I think it's a 1.5. Let's see if it'll focus on that. Does it say what it is? It's a 91 CID displacement. Oh yeah. All I know is they call it dual point because that's what it says right there, dual point, which I think means 2 injectors, which I don't know where they're at, but you know, 2 injectors is double the power, so that's cool. Everything else seems to be in good condition. It's pretty clean. It did have some oil leaks somewhere in this corner here, a little bit over here, which I cleaned up. I didn't really clean up anything else. I just cleaned up the oil leaks with some purple power so I could see if I could find them so I could fix it. And so far I haven't really seen any like a dripping oil, so I don't know. It has all the stuff on it, still pretty clean, and this baby's gonna go super fast, I think. Probably not, but we're gonna try, or we're gonna pretend that we're going real fast. Overall, pretty clean engine bay. Door jambs all look pretty good. Nothing, no rust or anything nasty. A little bit of, I guess, like surface rust or dirt there. This is the trunk area. Also pretty clean up here, which I think is okay for these cars. I mean, they're relatively new. I mean, compared to the Nova, which was from '74, this is from '91. So I would expect it to look pretty decent, which it does. Let's see, I think it still has, I don't know if that's the original spare and the original jack, but it has them in there. Doesn't look too bad in here either. I did look under here because they said there's some rust usually, but this one doesn't have any of the rust. So here she is in all her glory. It is a 91 Civic Ultra base, the cheapest thing you can find. Back in the day, it was probably like $4. Got these super awesome wheels that weigh like 1 pound. My motorcycle has thicker tires than this. I think it's a little bit too dark up in here. There we go. So yeah, let's see little details that it has. Some of this stuff is kind of coming off on this side. A little bit of surface rust right here, but it's not like deep. Other than that, this side is the better side. Looks pretty sweet. Let's see if we can get some the undercarriage. The pinch welds look pretty straight. I don't think they've ever lifted it from the pinch welds, which is kind of sad because I'm about to. I don't know if, let me see if it'll get brighter. Pretty clean, no rust. Okay. Now to the rear. Rear's not bad. The previous owner upgraded to that thing, the centerpiece. He said it used to be black, and he put that one because he says he liked the look, and I agree. It looks pretty cool. It looks very 80s, 90s. Still has all the emblems, which is cool. And this is the only problem area it has been hit. And he did give me 2 of these, both of them like in perfect condition, like to replace this. And he gave me a bumper skin also to replace it. Which the other bumper skin also has like a little kind of like something like this, but a lot smaller down here, like that little gash. And this is the other side, which is the side that has a little bit more issues, like that piece right there, and well, obviously this. Let me see, it also has the surface rust on the window thing there. The paint is roached or crispy just all the way around, but overall really clean. This fender is popping out a little bit, and I don't know why. I tried to look into it and I didn't really see anything because this side, the pinch welds are the same, like basically untouched. So I'm not too sure what happened there. I think it might even be a new fender because the paint, as you can see, doesn't match. So I don't know if it's just like a different fender. Little old wheels. Yeah, that's it. That is kind of the complete tour of the little project car. I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as body mods go. We'll see, because the wheels I got are a lot wider, and I just don't know if this car's in, like, I haven't really seen too many of these, so I don't know if this is a really good condition one or if it's just like another basic one that I can fully destroy. I really like the way it looks and how clean it is. To me, it looks like oh man, somebody took care of this car. And I don't know if I want to mess it up too much.